Hello everyone, you're watching a Gears 5 Team Deathmatch Inside My Mind gameplay on the map Training Grounds. I'm going to be telling you what's going through my head as I'm playing through this match. It's a pretty solid game on my part. It ramps up near the end, but it has a very sloppy start due to a very small mistake here, and I'm actually going to replay it for you. But as far as you need to know, in my head right now, I think I have a Nashor out, but I actually have a Lancer out looking like a complete idiot, and it gets me killed. So what exactly went wrong there? Well, I thought I had switched to my Nashor first before my flash grenade, but I actually didn't, so I'm going to put it in slow-mo here. This is a rookie mistake. So you can see here, I flipped to my Nashor, didn't actually take it out though, switch back to my flash. So as soon as I throw this flash, the game puts me back to the gun I last had out, which was my Lancer, and that got me killed. So just a little thing to keep in mind. That's a big mistake to make at the beginning of the round when you want to be fighting for map control and power weapons, and now I'm just trying to fight back for some map control. I'm put on the aggression here a bit. The drop shot forced me to push up, and I get two nice kills there. And the guy actually pocketed the drop shot as well. He switched to his Nashor, so they lost the drop shot. So a pretty good recovery on our end. Now I know this character in front of me is not Master Chief, but I'm just going to refer to him as the Chief, so just deal with it. I push up here because I thought I had an opening, and indeed I do get off a good shot on the Chief there, but he ends up killing me, and I was surprised he got off that crazy shot there. I probably was going to die anyway because he had help, but I think it's important to use the first few lives to try to fight for map control, because map control in team deathmatch and most modes really is what's going to dictate who's going to win the round. We're losing respawns now, so I put myself in a bit more of a supporting role, and you can see that the teammates I have are clumping up around the area where I was dying. So I think it's more effective to spread out and provide support fire for people rather than everybody just kind of running with shotguns head on. It's just not a smart tactic for everybody to do that. So the rifle gameplay is very important in Gears 5. It's obviously very strong. I think you'll find that it's significantly easier to control the recoil if you take cover when you're shooting the rifles. The rifles are a lot harder to use when you're moving, especially when you're not taking cover. I think I had some pretty good support fire there, but my teammates and I were not working well together, and my teammates were going a little too head-on with the other team for my liking there. When somebody is shooting for you with a rifle, the best thing you can do is get an angle to angle out a player, or to just keep your distance a little bit if you're going to get into a shotgun fight, but that just wasn't happening there, and we got killed that first round, but it happens, whatever, one round down. The second round here, I actually go to the other side of the map, primarily because I just want to get a feel for the Gears 5 maps yet. I don't know them too well. This player makes a huge mistake here. There is two of them, but he should not have picked up the weapon. The correct move there was for them to either team fire me, they probably could have downed me, or to push in together so we could get off a revive. So I took my free kill there and I push up, hoping to force a 1v1 fight here. There actually ends up being two. Thank God I threw a good flash grenade and I'm able to pick up a kill because of it. And now I'm playing purely defensive because I just want my health back, and a back A and an up A gives me a kill on the player who decided to turn up the aggression. I'm rewarded with a Super Lancer, that's what I choose to call this, and 3 kills, so I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm trying to rotate it back and out of this side, because now there's really nothing more for me to do on this side of the map. This is not where I want to be, no weapons are coming up. Now I just learned in this match that the weapon I currently have is not a respawn after use weapon, meaning that you don't have to wait for all of the ammo to be finished, I believe. I think it actually just comes up. So that's important to know versus, say, a sniper and an M-bar, which is on the side I'm at, particularly because for a sniper and an M-bar, if you have to use up all of the ammo before you get to, or it comes on respawn, strategically sometimes you're going to want to hold your last shot or two just to deprive the other team of having it if they have control of that area of the map. I have no idea what I'm doing with this gun, as you can see. Literally, this is one of the first times I used it, so you'll have to forgive the poor rocket launchers there. This gun is an absolute laser beam at close range. A little overzealous there with that third shot, by the way. I think I just was nervous that someone was coming up behind me. But back to this gun. I think at a short to medium distance, this gun is extremely effective, but it definitely is harder to use at a distance, which I'll learn a little bit later in this round here where I fire across. This is a great area to control because you can see so much of the map, and there's only 2 points for it to come up. My own player there was shooting me. I don't know why. He probably is new and doesn't know what he's doing, but just don't do that if you know better. This is where I learned that the gun is less effective at a distance there. I was trying to tap fire for my teammate who was across the map, and I don't think I was putting on too much damage. And they just picked up a new Super Lancer or whatever it's called. I'll figure it out a week later. You'll have to forgive me, people. I know there's some people who lose it on you on YouTube if, God forbid, you call something by its wrong name or you mess something up. But yeah, they picked it up despite me having it, which is what tipped me off to thinking that this is an after pickup gun for the respawning, which is it's a bigger deal than you might think, just to know how you should be playing the map. So here I have a nice little 1v1 coming up. I'm super weak. It was a bit sloppy of movement here. Notice how I'm about to hold my shot here. This guy's just kind of taking shots. I just literally give myself an extra 0.25 of a second to line up the shot. I choose not to pick up the M bar here. There's only 2 players left on the enemy team. I figured chances are they might have a gun on me waiting for me to pick up the weapon, because obviously when you pick up the weapon you're exposed for a couple seconds, and that's all it takes for somebody to down you. This player was right to turn up the aggression and try to save his teammate, but he was a little too slow to shoot there, and that meat shield was enough to buy my teammate enough time to give me some cover fire there. I was so excited for this execution, but pretty sure the wall in front of me blocked it, and I didn't get to see what happened, so a very underwhelming execution there, but what can you do? One of my teammates quit. Keep that in mind. This is now 4v5. I wanted to redeem myself with the grenades here. Nobody contested it, but I did have my shotgun out, so there you go. I do learn from my mistakes, and isn't that the most important thing in life? My teammates got wiped. It's not looking good. Some nice grenades there, but I only picked up a kill, and I must have had that player fairly weak too. And I'm just pushing for this 1v1 now. And once again, I held my shot for an extra 0.25 of a second there just to line up a clean one shot. The reason I pushed the chief player there, or whoever, is because you want to push for those 1v1s when you're a man down, because it just usually doesn't get much better than that. Rookie mistake by that player. If you get wiped in TDM, you really, especially around the center line of the map, which is where I'm at, you want to be checking your corners and thinking where people might be. I had a misroll there, and I'm lucky I even got a trade. I find that I'm misrolling quite a bit right now, just as this is the beginning of me playing Gears 5. Compared to Gears 4, the movement in Gears 4 I would say was like buttery smooth, but in Gears 5, the word I've been using is clunky. I'm not sure if that's a fair word to use, but it doesn't feel as smooth, and I feel like I'm screwing up more because of it, and I just need to get used to it, is the truth. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, just to be clear. This spot I'm in right now is a great spot when you're outnumbered, because it's close range and it provides you quite a bit of cover, and you can see I actually pick up a couple kills here just because I'm able to work right hand and I keep myself safe. I see my teammate off to the left got killed, and I want to push for this 1v1, true to my earlier comments, but just couldn't because of the damage this player had put on me. Still fighting for control here. I really don't want to lose this area, so as soon as my teammate throws a nice flash there, I cut in and I'm able to get in this nice little spot. And my teammate did most of the work there, but the most important thing that happened is that this area I'm in, I now have pretty much complete control over it. So that's going to give me access to a sniper in a second, and it's also going to give me access to the high grounds there. So that is one of the key takeaways that I wanted from this video, was just to notice how much of this match was determined by the fight for control of weapons and the map. That is really every game type, but it's just a certain type of fight I find in TDM, since it tends to be more of like a continuous fluid fight. Here is so I don't know if that's a good shot, or apparently there's some auto aim assist in these modes that's making it a bit easier, but you know what, I choose to believe that I'm a half decent sniper. And when I say that, please ignore the next 3 or 4 shots you're going to see me take and miss. But at this point too, it's so the respawns are actually essentially the same. When you're a player down, we have 1 respawn, so really we have 1 more life than, or 1 or 2 more lives than the other team right now. So I'm not in a hurry to push. Very lucky there that I didn't panic. Even if that player killed me, I think as long as I pull off that headshot, that's a good trade, because we're up in lives. There's only 2 of them left. I'm not in a hurry to push here, because 2 people can do a lot of damage, and I really don't know why my teammate is solo pushing them from behind. He's actually going to pick them both off, but that doesn't defeat my point of, you know, if it's close and you're outnumbered in terms of an area of the map. Like for him, that was a 1-on-2. I landed a snipe shot, but it was a 1-on-2. Little too risky for my liking, and I probably would have waited for the reinforcements. Nonetheless, that is my first Inside My Mind gameplay. I hope you enjoyed the commentary, and I will be sure to put out more of these. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.